Now, the most popular hydrator, let's hear it. Let's hear it for the AquaPorin Hydrating Cream. One of our top 3 sellers, right? We sell more of this than we do anything else, and for good reason. This is an absolutely beautiful hydrator. And again, we've had a couple of versions of this one throughout the year. The most recent version had an addition of something called Diffuporine. And Diffuporine is a trade ingredient that's designed to help to increase what are called aquaporin channels. When we look at the aquaporin channels, I showed you those when we were talking about the vitamin C reversal serum. And those channels are the way that which we draw moisture into the cell if there's not enough, and if there's too much water in the cell, it'll actually help to expel it, right? If we have edema or fluid retention, those aquaporin channels help with the overall diffusion. Now, when we look at chronically dry skin conditions, things like psoriasis, right, xerotic eczema, which is winter itch, others that are chronically dry, what we see is a marked absence of these aquaporin channels. The skin doesn't have as much. And what that means is there's a lack of free water throughout the epidermal layers. And when that happens, there's a lack of enzyme activity. Remember that enzymes have to be solubilized. They have to be wet, essentially, in order for them to work. If they dry out, they stop functioning. And with the lack of free water transitioning through the different layers, right, a lot of that enzyme activity becomes impaired. And we need enzymes in order for the cells to proliferate and slough off accordingly. So when we incorporate this, we start to see a higher level of expression of the aquaporin channels. There's more within the cell, which means we have more diffusion in and outside. It also increases the capacity to increase antioxidants into the cell as well. So beautiful addition to that. Again, olive oil, avocado oil, macadamia nut oil. The technology here, and again, another little peek behind the formulary curtain, is Diffuporine. Keep in mind that when you see these trade names, this is not how they appear on the packaging, right? When you see something in your ingredient list, that's the INCI name. International nomenclature for cosmetic ingredient. When you hear me talking about Snap8 or Diffuporine or Aniline or Matrixyl, those are the trade names. You will not see those in your ingredient list. You'll see Acetyl Hexapeptide 8 or palmitoyl pentapeptide 4, right? Those are your INCI names that you'll see on the package. So when you go to the packaging, this again, say, where's that Snap8? I knew it was in here somewhere. It's actually the trade name that we're using. So just a little bit of insight there. But again, this shows in vitro studies just how effective the increase in hydration actually becomes with the use of this product. I love this for home care use. Absolutely love this for home care use. Again, particularly in the winter months when the climate for us in the Northeast is much, much drier. Other parts of the world, it's not as big of an issue, but for sure, we definitely see a more dry, arid environment at that time of the year. And also comes in a professional back bar size. We've incorporated this into a lot of our existing protocols for clients that are requiring hydration. If you've got somebody that's suffering from eczema, I get this question all the time. My brother, sister, mother, cousin has eczema. Try this. I can promise you, it might not get rid of it, but it's certainly going to help and give an improvement overall.